Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the venue at the Dirty Bull Tavern here in Woodland Hills, California, for Day 2 of the 2016 Continental Cup Tour Championship presented by Cosmo Darts. My name is Anthony Eugenia, and I'm again joined by Peter Citera and Gregg Tong, and we're going to give you a little rundown of what happened yesterday and today's preview of the quarterfinals coming up. So, Peter, give us a review of what's been going on.
Sure, absolutely. Yesterday, again, thank you all for joining us early here before the matches start. Yesterday was a fantastic game, a fantastic day of darts. Specifically, I think the best match of the day, honestly, we saved for last yesterday. Greg, you probably agree with that one.
Absolutely.
The Broomhead White match was absolutely fantastic. The two best averages of the day yesterday. And what do you think, Greg, about that match?
Wasn't surprised at all. It was great timing-wise. It's almost like we planned it, but it was a great way to go out at the end of the day of yesterday of some fantastic matches. I thought yesterday just kept getting better and better as we went along.
Anything you want to talk about from yesterday's matches that stood out for you? I have one more thing, but I want to hear what you have to say there.
I'll give a quick rundown. Yesterday's results, we had the 1 seed Larry Butler advance 7-0 over Jim Newman. We had James Kinney, the 9 seed, advance over the 8 seed Jason Brandon, 7 legs to 1. We had the number 4 seed Leonard Gates advance 7-2 over the 13 Kurt Hartman. The number 5 seed David Fathom came through 7-5 over the 12 seed Jeff Miller. The number 6 seed, he fell to the number 15 seed Gary Broomhead. Gary advanced 7-6. That was the great match that finished up the day yesterday. Gary Mawson, the 10 seed, advanced 7-2 over the 7 Chris Lim. Then we had the number 3 seed, Danny Lauby, advanced 7-2 over the 14 seed, Gordon Dixon. And finally, the number 6 seed, John Part, came through 7-6 over Jesse Rivera, yesterday's 11 seed. So there's your rundown of yesterday.
Two things that I want to note just from yesterday's matches. The first one is that 7-6 match, the Jesse Rivera match. That was really a match of momentum, and you tend to see that in these larger events. You had, they traded legs, came out of the break, some struggles with doubles. John went 3 on the trot, looked like he was closing it out, opened the door for Jesse by missing a few doubles in the leg after that. Jesse then runs off 3 straight, and we end up with a pretty good tiebreaker. So that was a fantastic match. And the other one, if you'd bring that back out for me, that I'm looking to talk about is the not the Broomhead Mawson, excuse me, the Gates Hartman match. That's a case where I think you've got some nerves that a player who hasn't necessarily seen this stage before comes out, wins 2, and I think that the favored player at that point, when you're talking about Leonard, I think Leonard at that point realized he needed to kick it into another gear. Kurt, I think, got a little bit complacent and then just couldn't get it back in track on time. Even the break, really coming back out of that break was he showed some life, but couldn't take the leg, and so it shows you a couple things. Number one, the breaks in this thing can change a match, and number 2, sometimes experience is going to win out over somebody who's making a name for themselves currently.
So what do we have today, Pete?
First match up today, we have at noon, we have Danny Lauby. Danny Lauby, the second, the 3 seed against John Part. Promises to be a very good match. They have some experience. Anthony, tell us about the experience.
They've met twice in 2015, the first year of the tour. Danny Lauby came through both matchups, winning 5-2 and 5-1 respectively. So there's a little bit of history there, and we'll see what happens today.
Yeah, I talked to John about that before the match yesterday. We actually were kind of looking ahead, and he mentioned that it didn't come out the way he would have preferred the first 2 times. But as we all know, every match is different, and certainly both of these players are capable. Coming up at 12:45 approximately, we have the 15 seed Gary Broomhead against the 10 seed Gary Mawson. It's a battle of the Garys. Greg, tell us what you think about that one.
Well, this is an interesting matchup. I mean, both players played very, very well yesterday. Broomhead obviously had a much higher pressure match against Chris White yesterday. Mawson had a little bit of an easier time, so we're going to see very much how that affects them today playing each other. Yeah,
the interesting thing about that, you mentioned they played very well. The 2 highest averages from yesterday are playing each other in the quarterfinals today. Gary had a 87.7 average yesterday. Granted, that was over 9 legs versus Broomhead's 85.5 that went the full distance. So certainly, definitely definitely impressive showings. You almost kind of would prefer that not be the first one up, but certainly it is, and it's going to be an excellent match. Next up, 130, we have Larry Butler, the 1 seed, versus James Kinney, the 9. The year of the Kinney last year comes in. He's now advanced to the quarters. Anthony, what about this match?
Well, they met once last year. They met in the finals of event number 7, and Larry Butler won that 6-5. That was a very competitive match, and James Kinney definitely held his own, and I know he's looking for a title soon. James Kinney's on the verge.
Most definitely. And I think he's going to come in, and the question is how he's going to channel that pressure, because I know he's feeling it. There's no doubt about it. Talked to him earlier, and he definitely is focused like a laser beam. And, you're playing Larry Butler. So, again, you're not going to get a lot of chances, and the chances you do get, you got to take advantage of. And the question is, can he put the pressure, can he swallow that, the nerves that naturally come up there to end up taking any opportunities he gets? We'll see what happens with that. And then the last quarterfinal of the day. This one's going to be interesting. This one's at 2:15. We've got the 4 seed Leonard Gates against the 5 seed David Fathom. Briefly, before I turn to Greg, I just want to note that there was a little bit of a slight controversy yesterday. Here in the room, we had David was watching Leonard's match yesterday, and Leonard apparently had heard some words, nothing negative, but just was kind of being a little distracted by what was happening. That was early in the match when he was being pressured by Hartman, and so we'll see if there's any bad blood that carries over. That's going to be a little bit interesting. Watch out for that. Greg, anything else on this one?
This is going to be a very interesting one. Both of these guys have won a CDC match play tournament. Last year was David Fathom. This year, Leonard Gates. So it's really going to be very interesting to see how these guys in this environment and with the incidents you said yesterday, how this comes together on today's match.
We're looking forward to a great day of darts. Anthony, anything else to add here?
Finally, on that last match, when the bracket came out, that was one I said, if these 2 players advance, it's the one I circled. This is a not miss match, and you can get the whole rundown on today's events at champdarts.com. You go to the live coverage page. There'll be links to the bracket, to the schedule, to our YouTube page. Social media links as well.
Make sure you check out the Dart Connect leaderboard. We're really excited about that. Greg, you want to tell us a little bit about that leaderboard?
Yeah, the leaderboard is something new that we implemented this year, and it's a fantastic way to follow your favorite players and see their player performance data. All kinds of statistics are up on the leaderboard. To get there, you just need to see the link to the leaderboard at the top of the DCTV page, where you can also follow the live match scoreboards that are integrated into the video stream. You can watch the scoreboards themselves as well and get to the leaderboard through our DCTV page.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen at home, thanks for watching. We're about 8 minutes away from our first match of the day, Dan Lauby II versus John Part. We thank you again for watching us. We also would like to extend a sincere appreciation to Nozomi Nishikawa, Cosmo Darts, and all of the people that supported us here at the Continental Cup Tour Championships presented by Cosmo Darts. For my partners, Anthony Eugenia and Gregg Tong, my name is Peter Citera, and we're looking forward to a great day of darts. See you in a few.
Thank you.